Welcome to the latest NBA updates. In the first game, Josh Hart delivered a remarkable triple-double performance with 20 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists, leading the New York Knicks to victory over the Philadelphia 76ers with a score of 106-79. Jalen Brunson also contributed 20 points to the Knicks' win. The Indiana Pacers secured a win against the Oklahoma City Thunder with a score of 121-111. Miles Turner led the Pacers in scoring with 24 points, supported by Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, who both added 18 points. The Houston Rockets claimed their third consecutive win by defeating the San Antonio Spurs 103-101. Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green were the top scorers for the Rockets with 21 and 16 points respectively. In another game, the Memphis Grizzlies ended their two-game losing streak by holding off the Washington Wizards with a score of 109-97. Trey Jones and Jaren Jackson Jr. led Memphis in scoring with 24 and 19 points respectively. Jason Tatum's impressive 38-point performance along with Derek White's 24 points propelled the Boston Celtics to their third straight win as they defeated the Utah Jazz 123-107. The Minnesota Timberwolves snapped their two-game losing streak with a convincing 118-100 victory over the LA Clippers. Anthony Edwards and Nickeil Alexander-Walker were the top scorers for Minnesota with 37 and 28 points respectively. Lastly, the Sacramento Kings dominated the Milwaukee Bucks with a score of 129-94. De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk led the Kings in scoring with 29 and 25 points respectively. In the Eastern Conference standings, the Boston Celtics continue to assert their dominance, securing the top position with an impressive record of 51 wins and 14 losses in 65 games played. Followed closely behind, the Milwaukee Bucks hold on to second place with 42 wins and 24 losses in 66 games despite a recent one-game losing streak. The Cleveland Cavaliers trail in third place with 41 wins and 24 losses in 65 games, enduring a two-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the New York Knicks hold firm in fourth place, tallying 38 wins and 27 losses in 65 games, buoyed by a recent victory against the Philadelphia 76ers. Rounding out the top eight, the Orlando Magic, Indiana Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers, and Miami Heat occupy 5th to 8th place respectively, each facing their own challenges with varying winning and losing streaks. In the bottom half of the Eastern Conference standings, the Chicago Bulls and Atlanta Hawks find themselves in a tight race, with the Bulls securing the 9th spot with 31 wins and 34 losses in 65 games, while the Hawks follow closely behind in 10th place with 29 wins and 35 losses in 64 games. The Brooklyn Nets, Toronto Raptors, Charlotte Hornets, Detroit Pistons, and Washington Wizards round out the conference, facing uphill battles as they strive to climb the ranks in the remaining games of the season. In the Western Conference standings, the Oklahoma City Thunder maintain their stronghold at the top, boasting a record of 45 wins and 20 losses in 65 games played. Chasing closely behind, the Denver Nuggets share the limelight with identical stats, securing the second spot with a three-game winning streak. The Minnesota Timberwolves round out the top three, securing 45 wins and 21 losses in 66 games, bolstered by a recent victory against the Los Angeles Clippers. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Clippers find themselves in fourth place with 41 wins and 23 losses in 64 games despite enduring a two-game losing streak. The New Orleans Pelicans, Phoenix Suns, Sacramento Kings, and Dallas Mavericks secure spots 5 to 8, each team showcasing their prowess on the court with varying winning streaks. In the lower echelons of the Western Conference standings, the Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors find themselves in a fierce battle for a higher ranking. The Lakers sit in 9th place, accumulating 36 wins and 30 losses in 66 games, while the Warriors closely trail in 10th place with 34 wins and 30 losses in 64 games, boasting a one-game winning streak. As the season progresses, these teams, along with the Utah Jazz, Memphis Grizzlies, Portland Trail Blazers, and San Antonio Spurs, remain determined to claw their way up the standings and secure a coveted playoff spot in the fiercely competitive Western Conference. As for tomorrow's schedule, Detroit Pistons will face the Toronto Raptors, while the Orlando Magic will take on the Brooklyn Nets at 7 o'clock a.m. At 7:30 a.m., the Miami Heat will clash with the Denver Nuggets, and the Indiana Pacers will go head-to-head against the Chicago Bulls. The Memphis Grizzlies will challenge the Charlotte Hornets, and the New Orleans Pelicans will meet the Cleveland Cavaliers at 8 o'clock a.m. The Dallas Mavericks will take on the Golden State Warriors at 8:30 a.m. Finally, at 10 o'clock a.m., the Sacramento Kings will play against the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Portland Trail Blazers will face the Atlanta Hawks.